Hello, everybody. This is David Mixner, and welcome back to my video blog. Today, Joe Biden announced for the re-election, and I really wanted to give you 5 reasons that should not only we be supporting Joe Biden's re-election effort, but also why we should be enthusiastic and unite now in that effort. The reasons aren't that big of a mystery, but we should keep them right at the tip of our tongue so that we can talk to our friends and our family and our community-based organizations why we think it's important to elect. Two things overall. One, I want to deal with the age thing. It is bullshit. Donald Trump is exactly 3 years younger than Joe Biden. Give me a break. We are all buying into this age thing. We are all, feeding the press frenzies about how the Democrats don't want him to run for re-election. The fact of the matter is, he has shown himself to be a capable and an extraordinary president under the most difficult circumstances, and passed more domestic and foreign policy reforms since Lyndon Johnson and Franklin Roosevelt. I will take that kind of mental agility any time of the week. And if anyone should be concerned about their health and their way that they take care of themselves, it should be Donald Trump, who is a walking heart attack waiting to happen and who has absolutely no mental capacity that I can tell of. So let's not buy into this age stuff. Let's end that debate. Let's end the press frenzy on that he's too old. Yes, he might not walk as fast as anyone else, and yes, he might have some arthritis. But I want to point out that Dwight Eisenhower had a heart attack and stroke, and the American people elected him. The Franklin Roosevelt ruled from a wheelchair for 4 terms. Woodrow Wilson in the last 2 years wasn't in the best of health. Now, I'm wishing that Joe Biden has nothing but good health. But we do have a capable person of being vice president. And we won't have a capable person of being vice president under Donald Trump. The second thing I want to say is these 5 specific reasons are the most important for me. But the fact of the matter is the man has an extraordinary record of success and victory under the most difficult circumstances. He has been one of the most effective political presidents that we've had. Now, let me get down to the 5 reasons because I don't want to take a lot of your time. Number 1, choice and personal liberty. Choice is not even need an explanation. It is the right for a woman to have control over her own body. And along with that is all the other ways that the Republican Party is trying to tell us how we can handle our body, how we can have sex, who we are, what we can read. So I would put choice and personal liberty right up there, number 1. Number 2, this is a no-brainer, gang. Climate change. Our whole planet's at stake. Yes, we have to fight for democratic traditions to continue in this country. But first of all, we have to have a country to fight for those kind of democratic governing rules to exist. We are losing land left and right along our coast. We are having intensified hurricanes. We are having downpours. We are having uncontrolled wildfires. Climate change is here, and the Republican Party won't even acknowledge that it exists. So climate change, environment, absolutely. Number 3, human rights, and that includes LGBTQ rights and voting rights. Now, I have to say that Joe Biden has an extraordinary record on voting rights, an extraordinary record on appointing and sharing power with people who have traditionally not had it. We have transgenders in government. We have Asians, Hispanics, Blacks. People who have traditionally been left out of the system have been appointed. It is his battle, led by Vice President Kamala Harris, for voting rights is extraordinary. They want to take us our right to vote. They want to lose our democracy. They want to rig the system. And Joe Biden understands that and can articulate it and can make it happen. finally, I want to talk about human resources. Now, what do I mean about human resources is the ability of people to have access to healthcare, such as the $35 insulin that Joe Biden gave us, or the cap on co-pays that have wiped out so many people, including myself, that made us more dependent on the help of others. The ability to feed the hungry. Still, children are going to bed hungry in the United States of America every night. And in the midst of the hunger, such as in North Carolina, they want to cut school lunches and give themselves an increase in their lunch expenses at the same time. It defies the imagination. Number 5, the economy, the economy, the economy. Jobs, jobs, jobs. There has been a record job creation since Joe Biden's become president, month after month. There has been a dramatic reduction of the deficit, not at the expense of the poor, but through good management. And there has been an unbelievable understanding of how to deal with inflation. Our country, more less than almost any other country in the world, has had the least inflation as a problem. It is a problem, but Joe Biden's dealing with it. He knows how to deal with it, but he has not done it at the expense of jobs. And the minimum wage and being pro-labor. So that is the 5 major reasons that I'm excited about Joe Biden and why I am enthusiastically going to support him and Kamala Harris for re-election. Let me just say, there will be things that some of you don't like what Joe Biden's done. There's a couple of things I don't like that he's done. This is not the time to be picky. This is not the time to pick a piece our own. Too much is at stake. I mean, for me, the passage and the signing of the Marriage Equality Act is reason enough alone for me to support Joe Biden. But there's tons of reasons to support him, especially given the alternative. But I want to focus on what he's done and the positive, and not deal with the hate mongers, those who would take away our personal liberties, and those who would eat slowly and surely into our personal freedom. So get aboard, unite, pledge $25 a month to his campaign between now and the election day. Volunteer to organize. Don't wait to the last minute. Don't wait till you feel self-righteous and like, oh, I don't have any choice. You do have a choice, and the choice can be made now. So I'm urging you to support Joe Biden for president and Kamala Harris for vice president. I'm urging you to get aboard and get busy now. And finally, I have a personal favor. Please hit the subscribe button. The more people I have subscribed, the better and more circulation I have for my voice, and I would like to be heard. That's all you have to do is push that subscribe button and make me go into subscription heaven. And I want to tell you that every time you hit the subscribe button, a new gay person is born. So let's make it happen. I love you. That's my message for today. Peace, my friends.